Hello guys, how are we doing and welcome back to the channel. Grind, as you are probably aware of, has been added to Black Ops 6 rank play, and I'm here to give you the callouts that you're going to want to learn so that you can communicate effectively with your team, enable more of a win, get more SR, and have the upper hand when you're playing enemies who have no idea what to call out anything on this map. So we're going to start in this area. I'm going to run through it. I will leave a link to a PDF down below that you can have a look at and have it on like a second monitor if you're trying to learn it or something like that. And if you see me looking over to my right, that's where my reference is. So going to start off at L, which is this corner. We then have red, which is named red because of this line. And I'm going to go through the logic of why I'm calling things like I've just done so that it's easier to remember. We then go back to tents, and this whole area is called tents because of all of the tents we have. When you're trying to be a little bit more specific, you've got car, you've got godheady. You then move your way around to toilets. Then you have blue, which is called blue. Yes, because of this massive blue line. You then go to P1, which is in this general vicinity. Donut is called donut because it is essentially a donut and it resembles one on the minimap, but this is why it's called, it's donut, it is what it is. You then have connector, which is just this little room just like so. And then main, which is called main. It can be called mid as well. It's up to you what you want to call it. Back in the day, it used to be called main, but some people refer to it as mid because it's a relatively easy comm. We then we have stand, which is just up here. So if someone's on stand heady, this is where they will be. This then brings us towards P4, which is this general vicinity. And then when you're in P4 itself, you've got J, which is his, and it's sort of similar to L, but it's curved, so call it J. And then you've got a couple of headies here which are absolutely dominant. As you can see, people are going to absolutely abuse these headies when you're playing ranked play. All you have to do is crouch and move up to a certain area, and then you're not going to be killable. But you have H1 and H2 if you want to be really precise, but other than that, it's like P4 heady if you want to be really vague. We then go all the way through Zig, and it's called Zig because it resembles a little bit of a zigzag all the way through. You've got slide. This is going to be a heady that is going to be used fairly often, so this is going to be called slide. You've got vending, which then goes back through to main. You go up spiral towards nest, which is up here. So spiral, nest. You've then got P3. You've got bleachers. So if someone's sat up here in a corner heady, you could say, or in this little corner you sell, they're sat in bleachers. Zig comes through towards here. You've then got grass, which is named so because of the grass. It's the only place on the map which has all this grass. So an easy way to determine if someone's coming around this way is just to say, yep, they're coming around grass. And then this takes us to SAT, and it's called SAT because of the satellite on top of the van, but you can call it TV as well or news, it's up to you, but SAT is what I prefer to call it, and in case someone's sat behind here. You've then got wood, so you often find someone likes to sit on this heady when they're challenging top or when they're challenging maybe the exit of Zig. Wood is this general little bit here. We then go through alley. It's called alley because you've got dirty flies near a bin, you've got a couple of vents, but yeah, alley is this little zone. You've got bottom alley, top alley. This then takes us into shop, and then from shop it then goes into P2, I believe, and then this takes us all the way back out either through main if you want to go there. If you want to be specific, if someone sat on this heady, like so, you could say P2 heady, or if they're on this side of it, you could say P2 window. Sorry, if you're on this side of it, you could say P2 window as well. This will be determining if someone's sat here. P2 heady will be for this one just like so. And then, as I said, this brings us back out towards tents where you've got the god heady, car, red, blue, toilets, and so on and so forth. Enjoy. Fire with these callouts. I'll be doing the spawn guide in due course, so stick around and don't hold your horses for that. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.